Well, what's up, good people? Marco's here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Tomorrow is the first day without football. It sucks. The good news is there's a lot of drama going on in the NFL right now. We've got teams that are already looking to start cutting players. We got the combine the end of next week. We have franchise tag the 20th. So what is that, 4 days from now, 3 days from now? You'll be able to start tagging players. It'll be interesting to see who gets tagged. We know nobody on the Cowboys will get tagged this year. And we'll see if the Cowboys actually mean what they say. You know, I'm going to say we've been through all this before, over and over and over and over again. The Cowboys, you know, we them boys, we get hyped up about the season. You know, we go into the Super Bowl. This year it's going to be different. And lo and behold, the Emperor, Jerry Jones, pulls the football away from us every time before we kick it. And that sucks. We have been pissed off now for a month. Yeah, it's been that long. It's been that long ago that we lost to the Green Bay Packers. And we've had Cowboys greats say, you know, for Evan Smith, that they're done, that Mike McCarthy should have been fired. We've had Michael Irvin say that the whole team, that fire everybody, and so on. We've heard family members say Dak's not it, and this, that, and the other. It's been completely 100% ugly. And we've had people questioning if the Cowboys, are they bloggers and television personalities and people who just happen to play football, as well as opposed to living and dying football. But I'll say the one thing I will say, you know, I'm not crazy about Micah Parsons being a blogger, because of course that's more competition out there. Like there's not enough competition as it is. Now we're getting Big Hank and of course Micah Parsons and other ones that are now just taking over. They just take it over. They're not even leaving breadcrumbs for us, you know, people broadcasting from their mama's basement anymore. Be that as it may, it's been therapeutical in some regards, because seeing our guys have to do the walk of shame. D-Law, I don't know what he was thinking when he said we were tired. That's about the lamest excuse that you could ever put out there. Sorry. And Micah Parsons kind of threw D-Law under the bus with that statement. Like, you know, you can, you know, if you're saying that one-on-one and we're talking between, you don't put that out there to the public and say things like that. He said, you know, maybe there's something to it, but you don't put it out there on Front Street. But listening to the players, especially CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, who had an incredible season, historic season by regular season standards for the Cowboys, record-breaking, beating Michael Irvin's records and things, said, I need to grow up. I need to change how I respond to adversity. But I know I'm not the one that should be getting it. I need to say to Dak, you know, get it to one of the other guys, or I need to speak up and be more vocal when I think it needs to be me and stuff. That's growth, and I like hearing that. What was interesting was Stephen A. Smith's podcast. You know, I'm going to still say that I forced Stephen A. Smith to change. Because Stephen A. Smith was always talking about how he hates the Cowboys. until I caught him at the NFL commissioners party up there hugging all up on Stephen Jones, to the point where I literally said, get a room. Yeah, I remember putting that video up there. He's all over him. And after that he said, oh no, I got nothing but love for the Joneses. It's some Cowboy fans I don't like. But watching Stephen A. Smith's podcast with Micah Parsons on it for an hour, he kept circling back around and trying to bait Micah Parsons into throwing Dak Prescott under the bus. You know? And Steve said, oh, Dak Prescott with those interceptions. He said, wait a minute, hold up. He said, we were down 14-0. He's got to turn around and force the football. You know, so yeah, but he got that interception. Well, but we were already down 14-0. Then he threw the pick six. He's like, yeah. But Pat Mahomes threw an interception in the playoffs. He said, what did their defense do? What did they do? Because they could have been down 17-0 with Pat Mahomes' interception. He said, but their defense stood tall and kept them in the game. We didn't do that, which was kind of interesting to hear that. Stephen A. Smith, he went toe for toe with the big troll, trying to bait him to say Dak sucks, Dak's not the one, but never did. Never did. But the thing I'll take away from that, and I hope that it makes a difference, is that he said, Jerry Jones said, hey, if you're going to be at the Super Bowl, let me know. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be there. He's like, because I'll get a ticket for you and things. And he said, well, it's going to be me and my homies. He said he hooked us up, got tickets for him and his guys and things, and they hung out together at the Super Bowl. They hung out and talked for about 2-3 hours about what the Cowboys need to win. What the Cowboys need to win. The question is, we have heard everybody and their sister talk about linebacker. It was interesting listening to Micah Parsons say things like, when you look at San Francisco where they've got Armstead, they've got Hargrave there and Chase Young and stuff, as in he's saying, listen, I can be really great, but I need other guys to complement me. We need linebacker. And it's kind of like, if you don't recognize that the Cowboys need linebackers, then you must have just landed here from Mars. That was one of the biggest miscalculations that they made. No, they've made several, because you can look at that and say they miscalculated on Zeke Elliott not being replaced by somebody else that's bruiser. You can say they miscalculated when it came to Amari Cooper, letting him go and thinking that Jalen Tolbert, a third-round draft pick, and Michael Gallup and a bunch of other guys were going to be able to make up that production. They keep making these mistakes like this that in the end prevent you from being able to make that big run. And that's a fact. Now, will Jerry Jones listen to Micah Parsons? I don't know. But I have to think that Tony Romo, who was kind of anointed his, son that he really wanted, who could play football, that I got to think that the relationship that Tony Romo had with them, that Tony Romo would have been suggesting bringing in more people, and I'm not sure that they really did. So take it with a grain of salt. Everybody knows what the Cowboys need to do. They need to be a player in free agency. They need to get people to hold themselves accountable. And they need to have a better draft than they had last year. And if nothing else, if we can just get these guys to wake up and buy in and understand there is no time to be tired when you're an NFL player. So, there you have it. Tomorrow, no football. Jeez. Yep. No fun. I think I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I need to help a friend out, getting some appliances hooked up. So I'm going to have to hit the road in the morning and decide on if I'm coming back tomorrow or go back home and then come back here on Monday. I'll have to figure that one out. But here we go, guys. We're almost out of fuel here, so I've timed it right. It is another day in the books. Another day that I'll never be able to get back. And I will say it's been a productive day. As I look around at the plaster that we got squared away in here, I think it looks pretty good. And among other things that we've done. And I am going to take me a nice hot shower, and I'm going to crawl up under the covers with the most wonderful woman in the world and feel blessed that I'm able to. All right, good people, remember to tell the people you love how much you love them, because you might not get the chance again. And fire's almost out, and I love you guys, as well as you ladies. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow.